And that button? Oh my, we are live. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the show. We're here to play Weird Frontiers, but we're doing Weird Frontiers in the campaign setting, the Chained Coffin. So, like, Weird Frontiers meets Appalachia. Yeah, I don't know. I'm just slapping them together. Oh, snap. There's a Jeff in chat. Hey, Jeff, how's it going? Yeah. I don't know. We're here. This is session 3. Because we did our funnel, and then we did 1. Yeah, this is 3. Welcome to session 3 of this thing here. Yeah, Jeff, that's how I do. You just show up for the channel, and it's all about slapping. Let's do some...
That's what we do.
Yeah, character introductions, and then we'll do a little recap, and then we'll just get into this thing, and yeah, that's what we'll do. So why don't we start off with top of the order, Dan. Dan, who are you playing, man?
Gosh. Flint and Mason are Bedlamite, who I need to get better at thinking of things for him to make. So far, I was thinking for his mundane objects, like the Assassin's Creed, like, hidden blade thing, and then a little thing to pop out the gun into his hand, so all his weapons are concealed.
Nice.
Derringer slinky.
Oh, I like
right.
it. Oh, just a
Derringer
Derringer
slinky.
on a slinky. It's like a...
That actually would
Oh
be
my
really
God.
fun. Like you make it go down the stairs
Yeah.
and attack people in another room.
But it's got to
The
be
knife.
like the punching glove thing out of the belt
Yeah.
from Goonies. Like it's got to be.
Yeah.
That's
The knife is also on a slinky, and sometimes
like
I
it.
send it downstairs.
That's the
The
secret.
double-ended slinky, Derringer on one side, knife on the other.
Oh,
A Jack in the
wow.
Box with a gun.
I like that too. I like that too.
Bang!
Oh, God. Bert, who you playing, man?
I'm Tater. I'm just a good old Southern boy that likes his whiskey Fay brewed.
That's
A little bit of hellbilly. Raising a little hell. Yeah, that's me.
Yeah, that's it. And Joe is MIA tonight because he hates us. So we'll move down to Eddie. Eddie, who you
I'm
playing?
sure that's why.
It's gonna be
I am playing Dorian. I am playing Dorian the Sin Eater. He is currently inhabiting the former body of Bradley, who was a soldier. He's not Bradley anymore.
No, Bradley is
He's
now
now an
Dorian.
old, an incredibly old warrior spirit that was working for Chiron.
Yeah.
And is now in the world of the living, walking around in a flesh suit.
What time period did Dorian originally come from?
He came from Greece, about 4, 5, 5th century BC. He's around the Spartan area.
Okay, cool. So he might have known
he's-
Russell
he's-
Crowe.
He probably did know Russell Crowe. He probably knew
Who did Achilles owe you
what's
money?
his face.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he's old as dirt. He doesn't even remember his own name, actually. So he's taken the name Dorian because that's the ethnic group of Greeks that he's from. It's not actually his name. He doesn't remember it
okay.
anymore. He's been ferrying people across the river Styx for so long. Doesn't remember his own name.
Just goes with Dorian. There you go. Very cool. Jake, who you playing?
I am playing Mr. Marvin Mann, a former sideshow freak who became deceased during the funnel and has since come back as a new class called the Void Ranger. Something like a reverse Calavera or a reverse Sin Eater. He is a ghost who has to transport himself into the land of the living in order to affect meat space.
Meat space. So you're on that side and come over, where they're on this side and go over. Yeah, it makes sense. It's the same, just opposite.
Exactly.
Yeah, absolutely. What do we got? Jeremy, who you playing, man?
Just a nice, mundane young man named Mortimer. He used to be an undertaker, found a magic shotgun. Now he's a gunslinger.
There you go.
Easy peasy.
Easy peasy lemon squeezy.
Yes.
Gunslinger with a shotgun. Okay. Did you pick up some
I've learned-
slugs?
Yes, I'm just going to spirit load slugs.
Okay.
That way I don't always hit my teammates.
So like a sawed-off shotgun, like a pistol grip.
Oh no, he took
Um,
it off the hands of like a dead farmer, so it's the full length and it's like a 10 gauge. So it's like that
Oh
giant
my
Oh,
god.
double barrel shotgun. D14.
He is
It's only got
putting
two
some
shots, but
holes.
those 2 shots will hurt.
They will hurt. a
Good for
lot.
hunting bars.
Okay. So yeah, you all. This campaign started off with a wedding, and someone ended up passing around some hooch that was cursed lightly and popped you all over into a little pocket dimension where you had to fight some ghosts and some corn husk dolls. Finally, you escaped and found yourselves weathering a storm for a little bit in Ugly Bottom. And I've got our little, well, the stream can't see it, but the players can. Can I ping? Gotta click the other button. Hang on. I'm still reacclimating to Roll20. Yeah. And in Ugly Bottom, you kind of recuperated, put yourselves together. Oh, snap. There's a Steven. Hi, Steven. And while in Ugly Bottom, you all picked up some rumors. There was something about a place called Bald Hill where maybe the devil shows up every now and then. There was Bog Hollow where huge snakes might be guarding an ancient treasure. Carrion Peaks where a long time ago a 6-shooter killed a monster, and it's rumored to be, his mystical 6-shooters are still up there. You also heard about the 10-Mile Lake, and supposedly giant catfish keep people away from an underwater city there. And finally, a local rumor you picked up is that Don Groves had a lot of fireflies. You just can't get rid of them. And you all kind of took care of that one. It was a spooky ghost. Or did you?
Yeah, we did.
Yeah. Gave him back his ring and
Yeah. And then the final rumor was about Yander Mountain Ridge. Used to be a trade path. People stopped going there. Some youngins went looking for gold and never came back. Yeah, so there's our rumors. So we'll say that since last session, you all did manage to get another long night rest. And then we're just going to open it up for you all to tell me what you want to do next.
Certainly seems whatever the biggest mistake is what we should go for first.
I agree.
Well, since I ended last session stuck in the near, I think I'll try to spend a personality point to corporealize.
Sure.
And that's 18 above DC 8, so
You all of a sudden. So what is your this side of the veil? What's your what do you look like?
well, he looks like a carnival freak with a well, not really even a freak, just more like a strong man wearing a leopard skin onesie.
nice.
Very cool.
I love it.
I could look like something else if I wanted to, but nah, man, that onesie.
Yeah, I don't blame you on that
Styling.
one.
It's that.
Not
It's
one bit.
important.
Yeah, it is. So,
No
Uh,
onesie, no funsy.
yeah.
Exactly.
Is there a smithy in the town or anything of that nature?
Sure. They're a basic smithy.
Yeah.
You can do some work. What do you need?
Well, I figured part of what I'll do is maybe look into doing some gotta keep this there gun clean and calibrated. Do that there gunsmithy check on it. Maybe even see if they could help me. Like, I got an idea for an attachment.
Okay.
Nothing too crazy.
Sure. Yeah, that is a thing you can do, and that'll gunsmithing helps you pull some cards out of the deck, which keeps you from killing friends. Am I in the right PDF? I am in the right PDF.
So it's basically like an intelligence check, and every increment of 5 lets you
Yeah.
get rid of a garbage card.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I'll tell you what. Yeah, if you want to hire a smithy to do that, let's hop.
Or he'll even do it
Anybody can
himself.
do it that can actually shoot a gun can do it.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
I figured he would try. He wants to get the tools to do it himself, and he also wants to see, because there's a gun modification thing.
Yeah.
There's very few modifications you can do for a shotgun, but last time around we found a like a military saber. There's an option
Oh,
for putting
yeah.
a bayonet on a gun. I think it would be super fun to put a bayonet on that shotgun.
Sure.
And make it extremely long.
Yes, this is not a sawed-off shotgun. This thing looks like a ridiculous piece of nonsense.
It's like a pole arm at this
So-
point.
It's a
So
Jacobs.
here's a question.
It's a Jacobs like
question.
Borderlands thing.
Yeah. What do you got?
I have an Aegis, right? Like a special sort of soul weapon that I bring with me when I
Sure.
re-inhabit the living world.
Yeah.
Does that like sprout out from an existing object in the real world, or does that just come with me and show up?
It would come with you. Like, if Sharon puts you over, like, bloop, here's your sword, or whatever you're bringing.
Okay, because Bradley died with a short sword, a saber, exactly what he's talking about. He was a soldier.
Yeah, so you would have your weapon would be your short sword saber. I don't, right off the bat, I would have to look to see if it gets any additional bonuses outside of the regular, but it would have the regular stats of a short sword. And I believe
Yeah, I just
that-
assumed my Aegis would have the regular stats, but
Yeah, and
I know it
it'll
has some
do
bonus stats against certain types of
Yeah,
enemies.
that's the big thing there. That's ranged weapons.
Yeah. But if my Aegis is an actual separate thing, and I also have this saber left over from when I was Bradley,
Yeah.
can I just give Mortimer my saber? Because I'm not going to use it. I have my Aegis.
Well, that's fine. I mean, Mortimer, I think you've already got a sword.
Well, hell, I mean, maybe for the purpose of it just being cool and all the more ridiculous.
Okay.
It's not that it's going to do any more damage, but why not have a saber underneath each barrel?
I like that
Right.
idea. So yeah, and the saber
A mini
deals.
pitchfork.
Yeah.
A double sabered.
It's a double sabered shotgun.
Oh
Double
God,
sabered shotgun.
that is amazing. So yeah, and the saber deals a D8.
Yep.
So Eddie, when you
And the
add
modification for the bayonet does a D8 too, so that tracks.
okay, cool.
So is that what I should use for my Aegis
Yeah.
as well?
Yeah.
Okay. I'll use that for my Aegis.
Okay.
Just
Fair.
for flavor wise, by the way, it's a copsis. It's like a Greek curved. It looks like just the longest freaking kukri you've ever seen.
Oh, okay.
Just like a giant machete short sword.
All right. So yeah, Jeremy, you can certainly get your like he's got some tools and things like maybe a small file for making sure all the joints and all the hinges and everything move together.
Okay.
He'll give you a little tin of some oil, maybe a little bit of abrasive rag or something like that. So yeah, it's your intelligence test. DC
All right.
5 is your target, and every point above that.
Okay. Between that and the if he's helping me out with the swords, I know normally a bayonet's only $1, but if he's doing all that for me, I'll give him maybe like $4.
Okay.
Just... Wah wah.
Oh, yeah, you don't.
It's his first time trying it.
It's his
but
first
he
time.
has the supplies now.
Yeah, and that's what counts.
Like the guy maybe offers to help more, and was like, "No, I gotta learn how to do it my own. That's
Yeah.
okay. I'll
There
get
we
it next
go.
time." But now this thing weighs like an extra 5 pounds or more.
Yeah,
It's just the double saber shotgun. That's the important thing here.
that's what counts. Well, that page number doesn't line up. Hang on, I'm trying to bring up the rules on equipment.
What you need to know, Chuck?
I was just going to look up what the cost is for getting a sword attached. Was that what that 4 was for there, Jeremy?
So normally a bayonet blade, it says the cost is $1 to do that modification. I figured it's
Yeah.
2 of them. And then also he gave me a kit for doing the stuff.
Okay.
Like I could even round it up to 5. I don't know.
I think 4 is fine. And, yeah, it's an older shotgun. It's got a lot of meat that he can put some straps around to attach these sabers, maybe heat it up, do a little forge weld, retemper it, all that fun stuff. Okay. Cool.
Ray.
So yes, you now have a double sabered shotgun.
Yes.
Okay. Anything else we need to do?
Well, if we got any damage we need to rest up from.
Yeah, you could have gotten a long rest in there, so that's fine.
All right.
There's
I
always
tooled
some of
out
that needs done.
a cleaning kit for the old shotgun.
Okay.
I will maintain my gun.
Yeah, we'll throw $1 at it until I find it in the supply section. Is that the back end sheets? Well, $1 until we find something that says different. Yeah.
I can take one card out.
There you go. Oh, nice. 1 card's better than a 4.
Yep.
All right. So yeah, essentially the people at Ugly Bottom, they were okay with you all waiting out the storm, but they are not real big fans of outsiders, especially not outsiders as colorful as all of you.
Wasn't I working for the 2 brothers that run the hooch market here?
Yeah, you were. You were doing some work for them here and there in your week or 2 that you were kind of laid over. They're fine with you. They're great with you. I'm trying to remember where we went with that. What do you remember, Bert?
I'm sorry?
Yeah, so no, yeah, you were doing something. They gave you a barrel of some good hooch, if I remember correctly.
Mhm.
Yeah.
For cleaning up that ghost problem for me.
Yeah, because that way they can finally get out of town, go in that direction.
Yep. So if folks want us out of town, I have a proposition. Why don't we pull some of our money together and buy some hooch from the brothers? Maybe a wagon. We take it to the next area and we sell us some hooch. If
One way to make a little
populace
cash.
here want us to skedaddle and such.
Now,
Seems reasonable.
the brothers will sell you some hooch. Yes, they will. But the wagon part's a little more tense on that because
Town's only got 1 wagon.
Well, it's Sam Farlow and his 4 boys here in Ugly Bottom. They own 6 wagons. Or I'm sorry, 3 wagons and 6 ox to pull those wagons. They own 100% of the wagons in town. If you ask around, it could be a little maliciously they own 100% of the wagons in town because that's how they make their living, is owning the wagons to move things around town. You can certainly get a wheelbarrow.
Yeah.
But
Or anybody a woodworker or any occupation that could build us a wagon?
I mean,
Wainwright.
I can put planks of wood together for a coffin, but enough to do a wagon for you, I don't know.
Would that be a specialty of the Bethelite possibly?
well, what was your background?
Let's take a look. Quarryman.
No,
That'd be a bit of a stretch.
Yeah, you can do your tinkering, but to actually slap together a wagon,
Yeah,
I'd
that's
let
gonna
you
be a
try
stretch.
it, but it's going to be a D10 roll. And knowing how
Wheelbarrow's good enough.
wheelbarrow, and once you get to a different town, they may be a little more open to selling a wagon and the
We can make a hand cart instead.
yeah.
That might make sense for like a wheelbarrow or something. That might make sense for a quarryman.
Yeah, you could.
Mhm,
I
yeah.
mean, putting together that would be easy enough. You just get you a wheel and some handles,
Slap
and,
some boards and a hinge.
That you can do. I won't even make you roll for that. That's easy enough.
Okay.
They do have wheelbarrows in town that you could buy, Or if you just really want to make one, you can.
Might be something to do.
Okay. Why don't you go ahead and roll it out? It'll be...
Okay.
I'll let you do your
Intelligence.
repair test. So it's going to be for your class when you do those. It's going to be your intelligence plus your... Because you're
Luck.
a mountebank.
Which is nothing.
Hang on. Oh, that's not it. You're not a mountebank. You're a bedlamite.
Bedlamite. I think it's plus my luck.
Yeah, let's
Which is
take
0.
a look. Yeah, that sounds right. All right, go ahead and roll it out, man.
An 8. Hooray.
All right. Yeah, it's not pretty. Maybe in the long term, it's not going to hold up real well, but it's certainly enough to, if you're going to buy some barrels of booze from these guys, it'll get you down the road.
About all we can ask for, I think. Just enough to get us there.
Yeah. So I'll tell you what, we need to talk about the booze itself. Because, yeah, some jugs, barrels of homegrown hooch. Let's see, they got it in the bottles. Whiskey for a bottle of whiskey's $2, but we're looking at a barrel. Oh, there's so many instances of barrels in this. Oh, because guns also use the term barrel.
Yes, they do.
All right, well, I'll tell you what. For a barrel, he's giving you the friend's discount there, Tater. $2.
All right, I've got $3 after buying my cleaning kit. Anybody else can pony up $1 and we can buy us two. We can buy us two barrels.
See how many dollars I got.
I did
Gotta have
take
some.
as my 2 skills for level 1. I took brewing because I've been working
Okay.
with these guys,
Yeah.
right? So I've learned a little bit of brewing, and I took Teamster. So like I know how to
Oh, yeah.
move their
Yeah.
Oh, we get
how to
2
move
skills
their
at level
stock
1.
on a wagon.
Yeah, it's
Oh.
pretty much every level, isn't it? You get 2 skills
2, yeah.
that are
I messed it
related
up.
to something that you've been doing.
Okay.
So anybody
to
else
take
got
it.
$1? I'll pony in my
Well,
3.
You know what? If there's a chance that I know we're aiming to sell as much as we can, but traveling is hard work. So maybe if I put in 2, some of that could be communal use.
Yeah. Okay.
Apparently, I have 23 cents.
You should have rolled some starting money at some point.
Maybe why he has 23 cents left.
I just copied my characters over from the Purple Sorcerer. So
Yeah, I think a Bedlamite gets like a $12 or something. I don't
but
remember.
I didn't take like a level 1 set of cash if I'm supposed to get that.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll have to go find what that was.
Yeah. And just a heads up. So talking with these guys, to get yourselves a light wagon without the animals, you are looking at like $60. They're not going to sell you theirs.
Mhm.
But a wagon, you're looking around 60. Except for Mortimer. He's got a horse.
Yep.
All right. So yeah, you buy 2 barrels. You got a wheelbarrow.
Let me roll that.
And they're politely shooing you out of town.
Now I got some cash.
There you go. You got $8. You gonna throw any more of that
$19.
in to
Well, if you can throw $1 in, we can get 3 barrels. And we
I
can
can
drink
do that.
one and have 2 to sell.
That sounds like a win to me.
Yeah.
I'll do that.
Okay.
Holy cow, you got a lot of starting money, Dan.
I do, apparently.
Well, invention costs.
Yeah. And I would imagine that probably Flint, in your time in town, you were probably doing little odds and ends, fixing up little things here and there, correcting some clocks. I don't know, something like that.
Sounds right.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. So once again, what you've got some rumors. I've circled them on the map that you all are probably not on. There you go. Come on. There's the map. Hopefully that will help you decide on
Well, what
something
would
to
be
do.
the next, like a larger town? We're at Ugly
Um,
Bottom, right?
You're in Ugly Bottom. Let's see. The next largest town. You're probably
I
going
mean,
to
Hoot
be.
Owl Hollow sounds like that's a town full of some outlaws, and they definitely want to buy some booze.
Yeah. Hoot Owl Hollow. That would definitely be a larger one. There's also Dead Wolf. Toad Fork. It's a decent sized town, same as Hark. Probably around the same size as like Ugly Bottom. For definitely the largest town in the area, you're going to be looking at Dead Wolf. Lazy Creek's kind of the same boat as like Ugly Bottom. Whistler's Knob.
Buddy.
But yeah, Hoot Owl Hollow. I mean, everyone's heard some rumors about the weird stuff going on at Hoot Owl Hollow, and
Hmm.
Well, I figure Toad Fork is where the brothers probably sell their hooch to, so we probably shouldn't step on their business.
yeah, you
So let's
could.
say we head
Could
out
be.
to Hoot Owl and check out what's going on at the
Okay.
Yonder Mountains.
All
What do
right.
you guys think?
I'm in.
Seems fair.
Yeah. All right. You said that. We're gonna say that's gonna be 2 to 3 days travel. Just pushing your wheelbarrow. I'm not doing the actual math per hex. Yeah, things are going fine. Storm broke, so it's just up and down the hills. Couple bridges you cross here and there. Eventually, you start turning kind of north, and you're finding yourself a few days in, and you come across a small town. It's not anything on the map, but it's not surprising. There's a bunch of smaller little towns littering the Shudder Mountains that, they exist, but not enough that people make note of them. And as you kind of find yourself wandering into this town, there's a handful of buildings here. Maybe you see they had a little general store, maybe a small little saloon. But everything's kind of in rough shape. You can see glasses broken out of the windows. You can see doors have been broken in. And as you kind of taken in this town, as you first lay eyes on it, you can see it's got a small church. One of them single room churches with a little side, almost coop size, but probably where the clergy live, attached to the church. And you can see that the church is surrounded by probably say like 8 people, just kind of milling around, all of them facing this church. I'll leave it up to you.
Anyone amongst us of the religious persuasion?
Actually, it's funny you mentioned that. I was thinking on account of how last session we talked about I'd been building some stuff, doing some carpentry, and I did do the funeral rites. I figured I'd do laity. It's my second skill. That's kind of like a non-ordained member of the church. It's still, he might speak at funerals and whatnot, but he's
Okay.
not officially ordained by any
Yeah.
means.
Okay.
It's convenient if the undertaker can also do some rites.
Yeah. It doubles up your business.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, this town, buildings, a few houses here. Everything's in rough shape. Like I said, glass broken, doors broken. No sign of anyone except for this little church like 8 people kind of milling around outside of it. You're still a little ways off.
Well, do we go and play nice and talk with the locals for a sec?
And maybe if they're not church going types, they would like some whiskey. So I imagine if they'd have money, they'd probably have spent it fixing this place up a bit. So,
That's a
Like,
good point.
yeah. How is zombie like? Do they appear to be walking around?
Give me an intelligence test.
Well, that is also a good point.
They don't seem right. Kind of, you take a moment and you notice that there are some healthy swarm of flies in the area. These people, they milling around, uncoordinated. They all seem, fairly portly individuals.
I think maybe they don't need any of our alcohol.
Okay. All right. Well,
Well, let's not judge them too harshly now. Maybe some of them folks are the kind of dead that still got the thinking noodles in there. Some of them gray matters still working, not the kind that wants to eat you gray matters.
There's one way to find out.
Given that 50% of the party
Hmm.
are the
Okay.
dead that don't like to eat gray matter.
Okay. All right. Well, I defer to your expertise in diplomacy, and I'll gladly cover you.
in just a hot second, just in case something goes wrong here, I'm gonna do a personality check to see if I can't get an ectoplasmic weapon going on here. Nope. So much for that.
Yeah, no ectoplasm
Oof.
weapon.
Well, I was gonna try to turn my hand into a hammer, but it kind of turned into a limp noodle here. So,
Yeah.
I'll do what I can.
It's just a deflated surgical glove.
Oh,
It's a tentacle. It just always
Oh, yeah.
defaults to tentacle.
Is that it? Tentacle?
Mr. Man, we call that one the stranger.
mm.
Well, in the carnival, you get your handful of strangers every now and then. But anyway, let's carry on.
We should surround these creatures, send them back where they belong.
Is the church? You said it was busted up.
Well, the other buildings are. Taking a little longer look at the church. It is not. The windows are still intact. The door is still intact.
Is there anyone inside? Like looking through a window?
From where you're at, you're not seeing anyone. Now, yeah, the windows are a little higher. It's kind of built up on, raised foundation a little bit. So right where you're at, you're not seeing. But the church is definitely, it stands out compared to the other buildings in town. It's not broken up. Its doors are intact. Yeah.
Well, Tater, not being the most intelligent of men,
Yeah.
stand up on and holler out, anybody in there in that church need a bit of help?
Yeah, two things are going to happen. First one that's going to happen is these people loitering around will all turn and start moving towards all of you. Now, as you all,
Them the brain eating type.
yeah, yeah, they are all just completely waterlogged. You see they're swollen. You see like maybe a little frog jump off every now and then. And their skin's just like, it's just completely waterlogged, giving them kind of that portly appearance. Now, as they turn and start moving towards you all, you see the door crack open and a nun poke her head out. Oh, you gotta help us, mister. We've been stuck in here for 3 days.
Anybody on the outside here you don't mind us killing?
Nah, none of them. I mean, rights and stuff, but they ain't them no more.
While I'm saying this, I'm just limbering out the shotgun.
Yeah.
Yeah, same.
Yeah.
This is where I love the extra range for the gunslinger.
Yeah.
Just lob a slug ridiculously too far.
All right. So give me just a moment here. And we're going to do this.
And a horse. 'Cause I don't think those zombies are going to keep up with a horse.
No, they're not going to keep up with the horse. They're definitely the milling around. I'm just putting tokens on the map, players. We're not tracking it. Theater of the mind here. Let's get some characters out so we can roll initiative. No, we don't need to put Joe out there. He's not here. And we'll get Dan, who's playing Flint. And
Oh, it's a carbine I have, not a shotgun. Sorry.
Oh, okay.
My rifle. Yeah.
You get your rifle out. We're going to roll initiative. There is plenty of space between you all. They are definitely not moving quick. And where's my turn order? There it is. All right. You all, give me just a moment. All right, why don't we go ahead and get some initiative out there?
Where's my thing at? Let's see.
Wee.
There we go.
Yeah, should we be able to
Natural
click our
20.
tokens?
You should be able to click on your tokens, and then you'll open your character sheet and you roll initiative there.
I
It does
cannot
not
click on
appear
my
that
token.
clicking our
Yeah.
tokens.
It didn't let me
is
click
working.
my token, but I rolled initiative.
Yep, the same.
Yeah, I can't
All right.
seem to. We're not cool enough to use our tokens.
Sorry.
That's fine. All right, Jeremy, what'd you get?
We can't,
15.
cannot be trusted with them.
Make
Yep.
sure you're on the right tool in Roll20, top left corner. You're on the little arrow and not the hand.
Yep, on the arrow.
Okay, I'm not sure.
Yeah.
Then. Eddie, what'd you
I
get?
don't think we have permissions.
Okay.
I got a 6
That's a number. Jake,
and 6.
19.
that's a good number. Bert,
Don't worry, I
20.
did the worstest.
oh wow. And Dan,
3.
that is indeed the worst.
Did I make you proud?
You did. Good job.
I knew
right.
you could do it.
Well, yeah, Bert, you pull your carbine out as this group of 8 starts making their direction to you as they kind of, rather than groaning out like a normal zombie, it's more of a gurgle. Are you muted?
What's the distance to the closest one?
Why don't we go and call it, we'll call it 50 feet.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
That is within normal range.
Yeah.
So I'm going to go ahead and shoot.
That's a 9. Don't forget your card.
Yep.
Oh,
10 of diamonds.
nice. Is that a skinny card?
Yeah. This is my skinny deck.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Oh, that's
Very
kind of neat.
portable.
All right. So let's.
If a 10 hits, I'm willing to spend a point of luck just to get that to a 10. But if that
Yeah.
doesn't even hit,
Give me just a moment here. 10 would hit. Yeah.
okay, I'll spend a luck to make that a 10.
Okay. You drop a point of luck. You hit. Good God, 12 damage. Let me get my notes out.
I only got one shot, so I will now drop that rifle.
Oh, yeah. All right.
Well, my tomahawk.
You put this shot on it, center mass right in the face, and it goes down. All right. You drop it, pull out your tomahawk. And that's going to take us down to Jake.
Say these are 50 feet away or so.
Yeah, 50 feet.
Alrighty, I will approach them 30 feet closer,
All right.
and I will prepare my derringer for next round.
Okay. Easy enough. It pulls over to my turn. They're 50 feet. They move slow. So they're going to move in 20 feet. So that puts them at 30. They do have multiple action die. So I'm going to use their first action die to close in another 20 feet. And then, you know what? They're going to move in all the way. I'll burn my third action die on them. So all of them are now completely surrounding Mr. Man, but I do not have enough action to do anything else after that.
That's for the best.
All right, Mortimer, you're up next.
Okay. Well, I was initially going to try and do the one thing where you like kneecap people to prevent their movement, but that's kind of a no-go. All
Just
A
kill
little
him,
late,
Mortimer.
unfortunately.
right, I reckon I'll do that. I'm still. I did. He ran up there. I haven't run in there, right? They're still.
No,
Okay.
Mr. Man ran up there.
Yeah, no, I'll just do. What's the one that you always did, Dan? You just did free bleeder, basically.
Yeah, that's usually a safe bet.
That's a good safe bet.
Just
It's
as like a
basically
default
yeah, I'll do that.
bleeding
Okay.
damage.
All right. I'll aim at one. Looks like maybe it's trying to get up around him. Aim old grumps that direction. See how it goes. Nope, let me
Alright.
draw a card. I draw a 3. I don't think a
Alright.
3 does anything.
3's just fine.
Okay, cool.
12, that is a hit.
Okay, so it'll be
And you pulled a 3 on your Deadeye die for 3 free bleeder.
so
Nyx,
8 damage.
Yeah.
And then
Okay. They bleed for 1 HP and they take a -2 to attack rolls for D3 rounds. Now let me double
Okay.
check something real quick.
and then if I do a can I do if it has a rate of fire, can I do that or do I need another action die?
So your rate of fire, the way it works
Mhm.
is in a turn, that's how many
That's the
bullets
max.
your gun can shoot.
Gotcha.
Now, if you use a single action, you can shoot all of those bullets. For
Mhm.
you, it's a -1 for each shot.
Okay. So that would have been a 15 down to a 14. So still would have hit, right?
Well, no. So your first shot hits. It's a 12. If you're going to shoot again, because you got 2
Mhm.
rounds, you would draw another card. Is that correct? They draw a card for each shot? Yeah.
Yeah.
Draw another card. Roll your attack again.
Mhm.
The Deadeye die applies.
Gotcha.
So
Yeah, it doesn't automatically apply the Deadeye die to the big number, but
Okay.
I'll do a second shot because
Okay.
why not?
So yeah, you'll draw another
just-
card and you'll just take a -1 on this shot.
Okay, cool. Ace of diamonds.
Aces and
Is it
aces are
bad?
not the good ones.
Mm.
Yeah, that's a shame. Wish I had succeeded at my check earlier.
Yeah.
It's okay.
Let's see.
I'm gonna pull a Dan,
You're gonna pull a
the
Dan.
bane
Yes.
of gunslingers.
So that's a miss. That's a misfire.
Misfire.
And it's just escaping me at the moment. I got my judges screen with all the great tables,
Wah wah.
but it always hides from me. Oh my gosh. Keep scrolling, Chuck. It's there. I know it is. Bert, you remember what the aces and 8 does right off the bat in addition to a misfire?
Well, for the gunslinger, fortunately, they don't get critical failures. They just get misfires.
There we go.
Good.
Okay, I got it here. Aces and 8s. Yep. Disaster, misfire, shot misses. You must immediately roll on the firearm fumble table. Modified by the reverse of any luck modifier. Okay. So what did you say again, Jeremy? What was that last thing?
Oh, the gunslingers just get the misfire though.
Okay.
You still get the hex, but you don't
Yeah.
get the table roll. But you still have to take the round to clear it, or you can
Yeah.
just put in a
Spirit
ghost
mode.
round. Whichever.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. All right,
All
yeah.
right. Hex.
Now, you did shoot at a group surrounding a friend of yours in melee.
Yeah.
So why don't you Jake, high or low?
Low.
Jeremy, why don't you roll a percentile for me?
Okay. At least I'm using slugs, so it's not an automatic.
Oh boy.
You gotta hide. Jeremy, go ahead and roll that attack again.
Okay.
Is it coming through? Oh, wow.
Oh my
Gosh.
god.
Oh God. Oh, come on. Why is this where I crit? No.
Reroll
right.
the damage, but at a die size lower because I take minus
Okay.
1d from penetrating damage.
Ah. Gosh,
Okay.
dang it.
And then we also need to look at the firearm crit table.
Oh no.
Because that was an...
Actually, he may not take crits.
Oh,
Do you still have that PDF there that I sent Jake? I don't remember
No,
offhand.
unfortunately not.
I know that
Okay, let me pop it.
the Tommy Knockers don't take crits.
Give me a sec. Let's see.
I'm so sorry. God, dang it.
That's all right.
All right. Well, just so we
no.
know, Jeremy, what is your luck modifier?
It is 1.
Okay. Oh, and it already accounted for that. So we'll see what Bert finds here. Oh, God.
Okay, Void Ranger class. Jelly hide. Oh no, you do suffer critical hits, but the table roll suffers the same penalty. So it's inflicting critical hits suffer the same penalties. Okay, so you're basically you're rolling on the crit table at 1 die less as well.
Oh, okay.
Mm.
That's better. Jeremy, why don't you go ahead and give me a D10? I'm sorry, a D8 plus 1.
Okay. D8. 2.
2, that's a lot better. 2, bullet strikes Jake's ribcage, dealing an extra 2d4 damage.
Oh, boy.
Well, which would be, because you're taking a minus die size to piercing damage, right?
That's right.
Why don't we call it a 2d3? And you're going to take, Jake, you'll take minus 2 to all actions for the next round. So, Jake,
2D3, you say?
Yeah, 2d3.
Yeah.
God dang it.
Oof.
Why?
All right. So, Jake, you took, well, Jeremy, you still need to re-roll your initial damage die, if I'm correct.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah.
I accidentally rerolled the wrong thing. So let me.
Yeah. Well, we needed you to re-roll that D10 as well, so we'll need you to re-roll that D8 as a D7.
So roll a D7.
Yeah.
Okay.
Jake, you take 7 damage from this altogether.
Whew.
So also Jake, so unless you're reduced to 0, you can just pop back to the near. You're healed instantly, and then you just pull yourself back through again, which means you do have to spend another personality, but
That's a cool
you're
trick.
easily healed unless you're reduced to 0.
That
Yeah, at least
is-
I wasn't taken out right. I would have gone all the way back to Ugly Bottom.
Yep.
Oh god. Oh, because yeah.
I hid my barbell under a crap house.
Yeah, you did. All right. Mortimer, anything else?
No.
Eddie, what do you got, man?
I might ride my
All right.
horse like kind of out of their walking range.
Okay.
As best I can.
Sure. I mean, the horse should have enough movement. It's not a problem. Oh, snap.
So, seeing as how Mr. Man has taken some damage already and he's
Whoops.
surrounded,
Yeah.
I'm going to go ahead and just go off to start with and perform one of my river rites.
Okay.
I'm going to go ahead and expend the 2 personality.
Yeah.
To perform the Corvus Corax rite.
Yeah.
I'm going to go ahead and roll my D4.
Sure.
just to see which of these things is going to happen. And it's a 2. So what's going to happen is shadows are going to begin to curl and bend as disembodied cause signal the coming of the ferryman's protectors as they burst from available shadows in the area.
Okay.
And what I'm going to choose to do with them is I'm going to use them for protection, not for me, but my chosen target is Jake. And
Okay.
they're going to surround him in a 10-foot arc and give him a +4 AC full cover bonus.
Okay.
Ooh.
Have you rolled your because you got to roll a test for that, right?
No.
No, I think it's just an expenditure.
Okay, because I was looking what I'm looking
Yeah.
at for River Rights, it looks like a standard spell with a roll listing.
You have to roll to see how long it lasts. That much I know.
Yeah, there's a roll for how long it lasts, and there's a roll for you roll a D4 because it has different flavor text and the ways it manifests. But that's all I've seen
You're
so
looking at an
far.
early PDF, Chuck.
What? Okay.
So let me see how long it'll actually last for. Oh, max
dang.
for four rounds.
Okay.
So for 4 rounds, Jake will have a +4 to AC.
I'm covered in birds.
Well, that's exciting.
He's covered in burbs.
Covered in
Black-
birds.
Inky, shadowy burbs.
They're so wonderful.
Yeah. That's going to be my entire turn, I believe. That's my whole
Okay.
action. So
Oh, I am looking at an old version. Okay.
Yeah, you're looking at a pre-release version.
Okay, that makes sense why some things were weird that I was seeing. Okay, I've got the right version open now. Okay, yeah, Jake, you take that bonus. And that drops us down to Dan. Dan, are you there? Dan looks very locked. Okay, Dan.
Dan has suffered a crit and is frozen.
Yeah. Yes. Okay.
ooh, actually, Bert, the version I'm looking at also says something. I looked higher up about a D20 plus personality modifier plus class level. So is there no actual role to enact it? Okay, it's just personality point burn. Okay, good. Just making sure. Oh, we had something in chat from.
Oh, that
Apparently,
reminds me.
he is stuck.
Yeah, Dan's
no.
frozen. Also, I forgot to mention it. Three-Eyed Cat, thank you for those bits. We are going to throw those, you say, for Jeremy. Jeremy, you are now setting on a reroll.
Yay!
Okay. Well,
Dan said he rolled an attack on someone and it misses.
perfect. Okay. Yeah, Dan rolls an attack on someone and it misses. I am not seeing Dan in the chat either. Who knows what's going on? All right. Initiative until I fix it's a pain. So we're just going to keep the same initiative order. Bert, you're up.
All right. Well, I got Tomahawk in hand now. They're all around us, right?
Yeah. Well, they're
So
all
I'm
around
just gonna-
Jake. Yeah. But
I'm
you
going to
can-
just reach out and smack somebody.
Sure thing.
Oh, shoot. I didn't plug this one in. All right. I'm going to do there. We'll do it this way. Blam.
Oh, that
Oh
is
my
a
gosh.
crit.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Nice. All right. What's your crit die?
All right. Sorry. I didn't plug in my Tomahawk. My crit die is a D10.
All
I'll
right.
roll that real quick. Here we go.
That's-
D10.
It's a 3. You got a luck modifier?
I do not. It is 0.
Okay. So that's a 3. Oh, Dan's back.
Oh, yay. I don't know what happened, but my NVIDIA Studio software was just pissed as hell about something.
Oh, okay. This is cool. Target blocks the blow awkwardly, leaving themselves off balance and open for an additional attack. So, Bert, your first attack, is that 2 damage?
It is only 2 damage, but yeah, so I get an additional attack.
Yeah.
So we'll swing and we'll probably miss this time.
Yeah, 7 is a miss. Okay, but hey, you got a boon out of that. That's not bad.
I did.
Yeah. Jake, you are surrounded.
Yeah, I'll try that personality check to manifest a weapon again.
Okay.
12. All right, that's above a 10. And then I will attack the one who just got tomahawked
Absolutely.
with a magical tomahawk of my own.
Nice.
10
does hit. That's cool.
for 4 damage.
All right. It is still up, but it takes a spirit tomahawk to the face. It's my turn now, unless you're doing anything else, Jake.
No, that's all I got.
Okay. All right. Oh, goodness gracious. So, Jake and Bert, you two are up in melee range. Nope, Dan's up in melee range too, so there's 3 of you.
I'm helping.
Yeah. All right, let's move these up just to help me keep track of things. All right, we're going to have some of these break off. All right. So, Dan, 2 of them are going to attack you.
Oh. No.
Yeah.
Do not want.
I didn't sign up for this. It's too early for my first character to die.
All right. And here's what we're going to do. 2 of them are attacking you. They are both going to try and grab you with large, clumsy fists. So this counts as a strike. First one, I roll a 19. Second roll, I roll a 21.
Yeah, those both miss.
Okay. And all together, you take 9 damage.
Yep, I'm dead.
Okay. Dan is down.
Well, alrighty then.
I'm bleeding.
This is a regular session for me now too.
Now, these things are their team up here. Definitely is making them a little stronger. So we go to Mr. Man. First one slams a fist into you. It's a 16. Second one,
Dang.
that's a 7. I fumble on that one, so I'll need to roll that. And
Guess
then
I'm
the
gonna
13.
go get a beer and prepare to make my next character.
Jake, does a 13 hit?
You're not dead yet. We could always take care of you. Take some
Got one.
inventions.
I've got one turn. I was
13 does
reading
not
through them.
hit.
What's that?
The 16 does.
Okay. With that, you are going to take 6 damage.
And I'm re-dead.
Okay. And then Bert. Same thing as what hit Jake here. They're going to swing at Tater. First one, I am rolling good. 21 to hit, 10 to hit, 13 to hit.
All 3 hit.
Good
Oh my God.
Actually, wait, no, armor class 11, so that 10 doesn't hit.
Okay.
But everything else does.
Let me double check to make sure I didn't math wrong.
So we're doing this at level 1, right?
Yep.
Yep.
Has anything been adjusted on the NPC side to match that? Because I thought this was a level 5 adventure by default in DCC.
Well, no. So the Chained Coffin is a campaign thing with a bunch of different adventures going through, culminating in a 5th level adventure.
I gotcha. Okay, so it's not one big event. It's like a whole bunch of add-ons, kind of. Okay.
Yeah, it's going to be a series of interconnected adventures leading us to the final adventure, which is the Chained Coffin. Bert, 2 of those hit you. You're taking 4 damage.
Okay. I'm still fine.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Someone has redeemed a reroll in the chat for
All
you,
right.
Chuck.
You know
Oh,
what?
geez.
Let's see.
Judge reroll.
All right, I'm gonna
But
roll.
is that discretionary?
Looking for misses. You want me to re-roll a miss? Oh, that's mean.
Or
Oh, he's looking for. I don't know. I'm just gonna do this. I'm gonna do a re-roll. I'm gonna do it in the player's favor. 1 to 2 is Dan. 3 to 4 is Bert. 5 to 6 is Jake. Dan.
I'm still dead.
Well, let's see, because you took 2d6 damage. I gotta.
He wants your hits to miss, I guess.
Yeah, that's fine. Okay. Dan, high or low?
Both answers are wrong, so let's just say hi.
Okay. All right, Dan, does that hit you?
That actually misses me now.
Okay. And because that was the damage that dealt the full 6, so you take 4.
Yay! I'm not dead now.
Yeah, so you just took 4 damage altogether. Okay. So only Jake is down right now.
Okay.
That's a good use. Good use, chat. Mortimer, what do you got?
I appreciate it.
Okay. God, even with slugs, I'm gonna feel bad like shooting into that much melee. So I think what I'll do is I turn the horse around, level the double sabered shotgun,
Yeah.
and charge in with it.
I love
Yeah.
that.
Because there's actually,
my.
I noticed there actually is a melee attack gunslinger ability. It's normally called pistol whip. For if you
Yes.
do, but there is actually a technique to do a melee attack with your gunslinger weapon. So that's what I'm going to do.
Okay.
Charge in with the horse and do that. This is
Sure.
going to be stupid. Go click on Grumpy Butt here, and we'll see how it goes.
Now make sure, because the pistol whip is a melee attack, so that's going to leverage strength. Oh, you got to
Yeah.
put in as a melee attack. Sadly, a
Yeah,
4
I
does
have to roll a
miss.
separate D die. It doesn't even matter if I rolled a 3.
Now,
That's going to miss.
I would like to
I'll
remind you.
spend my reroll though.
Yeah, the chat bought you a reroll.
So I'm gonna do the reroll real quick, and then I'll have to roll my D3 separately because I couldn't
Yeah.
figure out how to make it link to a melee.
Yeah, no, that's fine. You improved to a 6.
But even a 3 is gonna miss, so it's all right.
Yeah, unless you
Because
wanted to
9
put
would
luck
still
into
miss.
it.
Nah, it's all right.
Okay.
I'm one more figure in the melee to spread the attacks out. Then
That is accurate. You are
it's
now
just
also
not
in the
my week
melee.
for dice. It's
Yeah.
really not.
Yeah. All right, Eddie, what do you got, man?
Well, since Mr. Man is down, do my birds disperse, or would they come back to me or another target of my choosing?
That's a great question there. Let's take
If
a
your
look.
target's gone, the spell is essentially gone because it's
Yeah.
part of the spell.
Okay, so it's just burned. Okay, so it's gone now.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So then I think what I might do.
I'm gonna have to. I've looked through all of my copies of the PDF, and they all have that. So I have been operating off of very old copies of the PDF. So what are you gonna do, Eddie?
I think you know what? I'm frustrated that my birds didn't get a chance to do much of anything. I'm gonna go ahead and burn 2 more personality and just go ahead and summon them again.
Okay, cool. Also, Griffin just bought the party 2 banked rerolls and 4 boosts. So when you use those boosts, you can use them before or after, like luck, to add a 1 per boost to a roll. So
Nice.
just so we're aware.
All right, I'll go ahead and roll my D4 So that's a 1. And let's roll my D3 class level. Again, it's a 3, so it'll be for 4 rounds. All right. So I take my coin out, my obol, and fling it high up into the air.
Yeah.
It just stops midair.
Okay.
And in midair, it just sort of pokes a hole in reality where the ravens start pouring through into the land of the living. And this time, they're going to swarm around me, forming that same barrier, giving me that same AC boost.
Very cool. And Griffin, I see that. Thank you for that trouble. Okay. So you put your spell back up on yourself. Do anything else?
Well, that's my action. So for now, I'm going to kind of hang back.
Okay. Okay. See, I downloaded the new copy from drive-thru, and yes. All right. Flint, you're not dead.
I'm not dead, which probably means time to try and stab again.
I believe in you.
Since I don't want to shoot into melee,
Yeah.
and I don't want to draw any cards.
Oh, that is a
Hey!
crit. That is fantastic.
I did a good.
All right, let's
Good
take
job.
a look at our melee crit table.
I figure I'm doing it this my like Assassin's Creed style dagger. I'll have to figure out how that needs to be statted out probably
Okay.
later on. But
I'm imagining Assassin's Creed style dagger. We're going to treat it like a Bowie knife, which does a d6 damage.
yeah, that's what I'm rolling. So
Yeah. And what did you get on that crit roll? Was it a 4?
yes.
Penetrating blow to the calf. It deals an additional d8 damage, and that target suffers -5 movement.
Yeah, 2 more.
Okay. Let's see here. And we'll just put that on it. Okay. All right. So altogether, you did 4 damage. That is not bad. All right. That takes us back to the top at Bert.
All right, I'm still surrounded, so I'm going to tomahawk the closest one to me.
Absolutely.
I can't take the break to swig my juice to get the extra going, so
Yeah.
oh well. Chop. That sucks.
The duality of
That's
man.
that's
Yeah, well, I'll spend my boon to get rid of the hex immediately. I got last time.
yeah. All right.
But yeah, I rolled a 10 on the fumble chart
All right.
for slashing.
Yeah, let's take a look at that.
Let's see.
Fumble melee. I think it's just fumble melee we're looking at.
Mm-hmm.
And you said you got a 10?
Got a 10.
Attack twists the wrong way, pulling a muscle. Pain momentarily stuns the attacker for D4 rounds, in addition to falling prone.
I twisted my junk.
Oh my
geez.
God.
That's a rough
I
one.
twisted my junk.
Oh,
Two
no.
rounds. I'm on the ground.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
I gotta do my stretches before we get in combat. Gotta remember that. Oh my.
Hold a hammy.
Oh my.
And I just realized there was a bookkeeping mistake I made. So, Dan, roll me a D4.
Yes. Oop, hold on, I forgot to put space in there. 1.
Okay.
Is that how many turns I have left to live?
Nope.
It's between 1 and 4. Good luck.
Just a bookkeeping mistake. All right. So, Bert, you hurt yourself and you fall prone.
Yup.
That's not cool.
Nope.
Especially in a, we're going to go ahead and put that on there. Okay. Jake, you're up. You've got your spirit tomahawk.
I am now in ugly bottom, recovering underneath of a porta potty.
Yep.
Okay.
No.
Okay. Good thing you all didn't travel far.
I hope poop doesn't get sent to the near because I'm going to be taking poop for the next 24 hours.
So spirits of the near can do really fast travel. So the
Okay.
distance isn't a problem. It's that he's got to stay there for 24 hours to regenerate.
Oh, that is a problem. That is a problem.
My.
Okay. It is my turn.
Oh no.
Oh shit, you guys are in it bad. And Eddie, you're still. How are you attacking, Eddie? You were staying back with your spells and stuff, right?
Yeah, I haven't attacked yet. Not in melee range anyway.
Okay.
I was just trying to protect.
All right. Okay.
Not
My
gone
field
well
of
for
allies
us.
is dwindling so far.
They are dwindling, very much so.
Yeah.
All right, Dan, 2 of them are attacking you.
Mm-mm.
Oh God.
Now, I'm going to say that bottom one, we're going to make that a 14. Does a 17 and a 14 hit?
Oh yeah.
Okay. Now, but the good news is
I get to die a second time.
the good news is they're biting you now.
Oh good. That's I feel like that's worse actually.
That's 2 points of damage.
Mm-hmm.
Jeremy,
I'm not dead somehow.
2 of them are going to attack you.
Okay.
I got the hunger that Flint can only satisfy.
They must just really want Flint because I rolled a 4 and a 5 for
Yeah.
Mortimer.
Well, plus I'm up on a horse. It might be harder for them to get up.
Yeah, that very well could be. Now, Bert, you're prone.
They get +2 to the attacks. Yes.
Yeah. 3 of them are coming on you. All right. Does
The
that
second one missed.
Okay. Oh well, I rolled an 11, a 19, and an 8. Does the 11
The
hit?
8 missed. Yeah. The 11 hit.
Okay.
I don't know what hurts worse, my junk or the bites.
Yeah. And that's going to deal 8 damage altogether.
I'm still up.
Still up. As they're down, they're taking bites out of you. Yeah, this is rough.
We're doing it.
Yeah. I mean,
I'm not sure what, but we're doing it.
Mortimer, you're up.
Okay. So unfortunately, they're all on Bert biting him. So anything I shoot, I have the risk of hitting him because they're all crouched down on him, right?
That is accurate.
Well,
Luckily, you
bless.
have sabers on your shotgun now.
Yep, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna keep trying that.
Yeah.
I really want this to work. So first, I roll me deed die since that doesn't work with the thing. So the deed will pop if it hits.
All right.
Let's see how well this double-sabered shotgun can do its god
That's a
Oh my
fumble.
god.
Jesus.
bless it.
Why?
Just frick.
Did we
the
have more
heck out of my
rerolls?
dice luck.
We have
Yeah, we have 2 rerolls.
We've got 2 rerolls.
Oh my god.
Reroll that.
It's that kind of night.
It is. It's been that kind of week.
It's a TPK.
Oh my gosh. Come on.
Hope not.
Well,
it goes
okay.
into a crit.
So now that turns into 8 damage and a crit.
Okay, and you're fighting off the ones on Bert there?
Yeah, since he's down on the ground. So I'll give myself a boon. I'm not sure what the crit does. I'm gonna take a second to look up what the thing popping off does.
Okay, I've got the crit table here. This is a crit melee. And right there.
I do a crushing blow to the target skull, doing D8. Man, I should be in melee all the time.
And you hit them in the nose with an upward strike of your double-barreled saber. Oh, that's
Wow.
wrestling. Hang on.
Holy cow.
So the deed mechanic gives me 7 from just rattling their brain. I guess I just shove it through their face.
Yeah, give me a moment. I'm forgetting how to read again.
Meh.
Kind of stir
Okay.
their face around.
You gotta stop shooting with this thing.
no,
I need to
okay.
stab all the time.
Here's the right one. The attack severs D5 fingers from the target's hand. They throw a hand up to protect their face, and it deals an additional D3 damage per finger loss.
Roll a d5 for the fingers lost first.
Yeah, roll a D5. Just one. So it's an
So
extra
roll a single
D3 damage. All right, so 8
So it ends up being a
damage.
total
10
of 10
plus the
extra
original?
damage. So 18 damage.
Nice. Maybe we'll get one of them.
Yeah, that takes one of them out.
He just skewered him.
I'm doing gunslinging all wrong. I should be stabbing.
This is
Your
way
first
better.
Melee
mistake.
I
gunslinger.
joked about how I've played this game so much and never played a gunslinger. I'm still not going to. I'm still gonna just
Not a
play melee,
gunslinger.
even with a
That's-
gunslinger.
That's amazing. All right, Eddie, you're up.
All right. So one of them's down. I'm gonna head down and finally get into melee with Bert. Try and help him out since he's
Sure.
downed.
Yeah.
And I'm just gonna find the first one I can get to and just take a walloping chop at its neck.
Yeah. $12 is
Does
a
12
hit.
hit?
12 hits.
That is 10 damage.
Holy shit. That takes one out.
Fantastic. Swing and a hit.
All right.
Did that actually roll my proper damage? 1d8. It did
D8
actually roll
plus
my
2
proper
plus
damage.
1, yeah.
You just maxed out, yeah.
2 plus 1. Nice. Awesome.
Nice. All right. That's going to take us over to Flint. Flint, what are you going to do?
Let's see. I finally picked some things to do while
Oh,
we were
okay.
going.
Nice.
So I was going to try the servo arm.
I like the servo arm. So you'll make your
That's
repair
cool.
test, and we'll take a look at the servo arm table.
It is not good enough, I'm pretty sure.
All right. Let's take a look at the Bedlamites. Oh, that's down in the magic section.
Failure. It is broken.
Well, we still have a reroll.
We do still have a reroll if you want to use it.
I don't know
and
if we
4
want to.
boosts.
We do have
You've
4
got a +3
boosts.
modifier. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
I mean,
And-
you...
The situation is pretty desperate.
Well, servo arm is failure and minor malfunction. If you were to put 2 of those audience boosts into that, make it a 12. You may be
With
used
a
to
+3.
extra
It-
action for anything would normally do capable one arm.
It,
Melee
it should only be
attacks.
a +2, I think. So I don't know why that's that high. So
What?
You get what's your intelligence bonus?
2,
And
which
you're
is what I
level
put
1.
it.
Ah, yeah, because
You're level
Oh.
1 +2 intelligence bonus.
Always forget about that.
All right. You use an action to activate your servo arm.
Mm-hmm.
And you can use it to take an extra action, including a melee attack that deals D6 damage. And the extra
Go
action,
gadget arm.
it does have a
Right.
D16 action die.
Ouch. That's worse than just taking my attack. But it's something. So
It does last for D6 rounds. So for the next
Yeah.
D6
thing is-
rounds, you've got a D20 and a
Okay, got it.
D16.
what's trying to remember how
Servo
I,
arm can be really nice. Because
I'll just roll a D16
What's your strength modifier?
-2.
So D16 minus 2.
I don't see any way to do it off the sheet very easily.
Probably not. That is a 9. That is 1 point short from a hit.
use a boost.
Do you want to use a
I
boost?
guess so. Yeah.
The audience was
That's-
kind enough to buy them.
Uh
1
It's-
damage.
it's a very expensive 1 point of damage.
Hey, it's better than no points of damage.
agreed.
All right. Oh,
I'm just not intended to succeed on this turn.
Dan, I need you to roll me a d4.
Mm-hmm. It's still 1.
You managed to hit the dead poke that had already taken all but 1 point of damage.
There you go.
The ones came through.
So what? You just like use your servo arm to flick him real hard on the forehead?
Yeah, it was just
Yeah.
a dunk.
Okay.
That's just what it needed for his head to just come falling off.
Yeah. All right.
I'm smashing your head.
Bert, you are up.
No, I'm not. I'm still on the ground for a round.
Okay, Bert, you are prone on the ground for a round.
My ear, my hand, my junk.
Yeah.
His neck, his back.
Mr.
No.
Man is taking a poo nap.
No.
That does
He's in that black gold.
does take it to my turn. I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to move.
Brown gold.
Yeah. So, Jeremy, one of them attacks you.
Good. Good, good, good.
Does a 5 hit?
Ha! No.
All right. Bert, one of them attacks you. 19 will hit.
Oh boy.
Bert, you are going to take 1 point of damage as it bites you.
Which puts me at exactly 0, so I'm unconscious.
All right. Eddie, does an 11 hit you? No.
Nope.
All right. And then last attack I've got, Dan, it's going to try and bite your face. Does a 9 connect?
So many of them. It does not, sadly.
And that is all of their turns. Jeremy, you are up.
All right. Well, it's not broke, don't fix it. Clearly, I should stop shooting.
Yeah.
And I should keep stabbing.
Yeah.
There it is.
Ooh,
the
dang.
deed pops if I hit.
Deed pops.
Got a hit.
Very good.
Come on, grumpy butt.
11
Hey.
does hit. That makes it a 14 to hit.
There's
And
hope,
then
finally, sort of.
6 damage. And then I already know the result from last time, so it'll be a D8 added to that. Holy
shit.
poop.
So 14
making-
total.
14 damage. I'm never shooting again. This is a melee gunslinger.
All right. That is another one down. There are 3 remaining.
Just up on his horse braining things.
It'll
with a
save you.
double saber
Think of the
shotgun.
money savings. You won't have to buy ammo.
When you pull the trigger on your shotgun, the sabers just come out.
Oh, that's it. That's it.
There might be the Borderlands gun that shoots the swords.
Oh, that's awesome.
No. It shouldn't shoot them. They should just be retracted. So when you pull the trigger, it just loads them into fighting position.
It's an OTF
Yes.
knife. That's what it is. A big OTF sword.
That's what it is. It's an OTF.
Dorian, you're up.
All right. I'm going to whack away at the next one.
All right.
17.
17's a hit. 5 damage. It does not take that one down. But it is in rough shape.
For some odd reason, it's not adding my attack bonus on these, which is weird.
I'm showing
it
that
is.
you rolled a 14 and you got a +3 for your bonus.
Okay, so it did do that. Okay, never mind. It's good.
Okay. Let's see. Next up, Dan.
We'll
You-
try and stab and punch now that I got my arm up.
You've got 2
Yeah.
actions. Your stab is your D20 and your punch is your D16.
Because I still got one on me, and
Yes, you do.
I need him to die so I can try and save Bert. Because I don't think I can afford to take... Or there was no disengage damage in this, is there?
Nope.
We'll have the servo arm attack, and then I'll go try and heal Bert.
Okay.
Nice.
Very cool.
Nice.
I'll have to figure out some way to put that on my sheet, but I'm not sure how to.
If roll 20, I would just make a macro and just put it on the table so you can just click the button.
Okay.
13's a hit.
That'll do.
How much damage are you putting out? That's a D6.
1
point of damage.
I gotcha.
Okay.
It's like flicking him in the forehead.
Yeah. All right. And so then
All
you
right,
said
that-
you're running over to help out Bert.
Yeah, because I got the wound stitcher as my other item.
Nice.
Okay. Yeah,
Oh,
because you
nice.
punched with your
Stabilize
arm.
him.
That's a good idea. You can activate your wound
Yeah.
stitcher.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
What's your wound stitcher look like?
Is that a 2? Oh no, okay. It's an 8. I for some reason was thinking like I don't know if you've seen Ghosts in the Shell when they have the little android things that type or their finger pops out a whole bunch of little spindly
yeah,
finger
yeah,
things.
They turned into spider fingers all of a sudden.
Yeah.
Yes.
Now,
Yes.
Dan, I'll let you know with your wound stitcher,
Mm-hmm.
you gotta get that roll up to a 12 for it to actually do something.
Yeah.
We did we have another reroll banked? We had 2, right?
Yep,
Let's.
we still have one left.
I might take it
Or
on
you
this.
could just stabilize me, and then I won't die if you fail.
Yeah.
Okay,
If you reroll it,
Stabilizing's a
reroll it.
free action.
We'll do that.
Okay.
Oh, there you go. Yeah.
Yeah,
Save it
it's
then.
free.
so you use your action,
Yeah.
bird is stabilized.
Okay.
All right. Well, then after that, Bert is stabilized. That takes us to Jake under the poo. And it's my turn. And I've now got 3 targets and 2 dead poke. So why don't we roll this one? It's going to go for Jeremy.
Yay!
18 to hit,
Ooh.
and it's swinging with its fist, which is going to deal 5 damage.
Okay, that's fine.
All right. This one's going to come after Eddie. 13 to hit.
That matches my AC.
All right,
AC.
that'll be a hit then. 5 damage.
I got one more
Ouch, that
reroll
hurts.
redeemed.
Oh, another
nice.
reroll. Thanks. Can someone update that document for me? In the journal section, there's a journal called Bits, and you should all have permission to edit it.
I am nuts. Oh, there it is.
Okay. Jeremy, you're up.
Okay. Well, all right. He wants to trade blows. I've realized what my gimmick is. I'm not a gunslinger. I'm a
And now it's
shotgun
ripe for
stabber.
abuse.
Nah, the deed won't pop. That's
It
okay. I'm
doesn't
still
pop.
doing it. I don't care.
We're renaming your class to Gunswinger.
Oh, that's
Gunslinger.
good.
I'll hit him for a whopping 3 damage.
3 damage. Let me take a look at this. This one's taken enough damage that 3 damage does the job.
Shove the blades into his face, shimmy it around, kind of have the
Scramble
horse
it.
like
Yeah.
paw it down.
I
Hoof
did
it down.
forget to mention that there's 2 dead poke left. The one that Dan punched and ran off followed behind, but that's all it did. So yeah. But you
Nice.
punched. God damn. That is one way to gunsling.
I got a feeling that's the way I'm going to go pretty
It's
frequently.
fun. It's very fun. All right. Next up is Eddie.
All right, swinging away again.
Absolutely. 9's a miss. Do you want to
Ooh.
use an audience boost to turn that into a 10?
I'll use an audience boost for a 10.
All right. And that makes
And it's
that
8 damage.
8 damage, finishes it off. 1 dead poke remains. And we look at Dan as it is now Flint's turn.
All right.
Got this.
He's behind me.
He's
He
behind you.
followed after.
He
All
followed
right.
after
well,
you.
let's see if we can finish the fight. Maybe. So I'll start with the Bowie knife.
All right. 4 is a miss.
And then we'll do the other thing. Miss.
8
All right,
is a miss.
Good turn, me.
Okay. It's this one got taken out. All right. Bert's stabilized. Jake's under the poo. It's my turn. I got a choice of 3 people. So I'm going to roll a d6. 1 to 2 is Eddie. 3 to 4, Jeremy. 5 to 6, Dan.
Can it reach me? I guess we're
it'll
all in
move up.
melee.
Yeah. I mean,
Okay,
melee,
gotcha. Yeah.
it's got a little movement.
That's
All
true.
right.
I guess it has movement as well.
So it's going to go
Come
for
here.
you, Jeremy.
Good.
8. That's a miss.
Nope. Just pull the reins, have the horse check into it or something.
Yeah. And Jeremy, it then kicks over to you.
Just after the horse bumps it off just a little bit, I'm going to keep doing what I now realize I was meant to do. I'm going to botch the deed die roll. It doesn't matter. I don't care.
Yeah.
gonna keep stabbing it.
15 is a hit for 4 damage. It does not go down.
5, technically, because he gets
5
his deep dive.
damage.
That is true. Yeah.
It's got 1 single hit point left.
Mm.
Eddie.
That means it's
Oh,
prime
yeah.
time for me to flick him and kill him again, right?
Well, let's see what Dorian can
I'm
do.
charging straight at it, hoping to just. I'm just charging at it and swinging this thing right at its waist.
Sure. That finishes
5
it
damage.
off, man. You lop it in half. Oh, that was a combat. All right, as they are all finished off, the door to the church flies open, and the nun and 2 other women come running out. They're going to scoop up Tater, and they're going to signal for the rest of you to all get into the church.
That sounds like a
let's
good
go.
idea to me.
Yep.
All right. So they're going to get you in there. Once you're inside the church, you can see that there were some provisions. Like they had some tinned food. There was some buckets of water. Things are running kind of low. There is maybe 4 or 5 kids, a couple of old men, a few injured people here and there, and a handful of women, like kind of the remainder of town as they pull you in. And she points to a table and she's like, for Tater, like, get him up on the table. We'll fix him up.
They're probably better at than I am, so yeah.
Hold on just a minute. Put my juice harp in my mouth.
Yeah.
Play a little "Oh, Susanna."
Okay.
Everybody listening can get a hit point back.
Oh, nice.
Ah.
All right. And
all right, you may administer now. I feel slightly better.
So she gets you up there and she starts reading scripture from the good book, passing hands over you. And she's actually got some of
that one.
Yeah.
I did that too. Yeah, I'm a sinner. Yeah, I know. Yeah, yes, ma'am.
Yeah, that one. Check it. She at one point she's like, it's not a checklist. Like but she's got healing ability. So I'm gonna roll. Oh, and I rolled real bad. Bert, where did I lose that? Where are you at on the walking it? Okay. Yeah, she's like, I'm just you're gonna have to give me a little bit. I'm frazzled at the moment. So yeah, she didn't roll high.
That last one. I probably should have done that last thing.
Yeah,
that's probably what did
it. She's like, wasn't there a 5th one of you?
There will be again.
Right.
We're growing them back.
Yeah.
There's some smelly slime out there.
Yeah. Like, well,
oh God, I can't feel the poop, but I can see him standing over me. He's squatting down. This was a bad choice.
So you have to just stay in that place the whole time.
I have to be within reach.
It's even worse. It's even worse than that, Jake. Though, because when they open the door, you get just a brief little bit of sunshine, and then the sunshine turns to a full moon.
Oh God. With that, she gets you on. Now, the rest of you kind of get ushered in, but
Total eclipse of the heart.
The women and some of the older kids, they run out the door.
What?
And she's like, it's fine. They'll be back. They're just going to go see if they can grab any other supplies real quick. You may have taken them down. Oh, that's fine. If you want to keep them safe. Them dead.
Mortimer, save the hooch.
The hooch stays here. I know.
Yeah.
Don't risk the hooch.
I could use.
I will ask. I'll ask the nun if they need help with any putting any of these what used to be people to rest outside, last rites and such, since I can do that.
You can certainly try, but they aren't going to stay down. We done taken these folks down a few times, and in a little while they
Ooh.
get back up.
Interesting.
Do we need to go like take their
Well,
heads
they
off or
can't-
light them on fire?
They can't be all ambulatory if you remove the legs.
That's
true.
We never tried that.
So, Chuck, for purposes of last rites for the Sin Eater, though, are any of these willing spirits who want to move on?
No, they would not be willing spirits who want to move on.
Then chopping legs we get to.
I was gonna say
Legs
we
and
can just
arms,
start a fire.
Those of you able
He's
and
going-
I'm gunslinging.
yeah.
No, never mind. He's not a revelator. I was gonna say if you
No.
had a revelator, they can try and turn back the night and destroy him. But
Yeah. Yeah, if you all want to take the time, you can certainly dismember Flint if you want to start getting some supplies for a fire.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. Let's put this to rest. I will, however, see the nun about some healing if she's got any for me.
Oh, we all need a little bit, but
She'll give a try.
I'd
on
rather
you.
deal with
Yeah, but
I'd
I
rather-
will deal with the bodies outside
Yeah,
first.
Agreed.
Okay.
bodies first.
Bodies
Yeah.
first and then healing. I could also go for
Yeah.
some righteous touch.
Yeah. So she
I don't know. She got this checklist that she rambles off, and you feel awful bad once you check off half that list. I'm telling you, I don't know if it's worth it.
Half.
I think that only works if you're Christian.
You did that. That's okay. We all start somewhere, and
That all came after my time.
that's why you're so fun to be around. You're just a spirited individual.
Yeah. Anyway, so yeah, you all can spend some time dismembering. Now, Mortimer, you're going around with the others in town, keeping an eye. There's no other sign of any dead poke lingering around.
Okay.
buddy.
But they managed to find maybe like some bags of beans, some old jarred goods. They go to the well and they fill up some buckets of water and take them back inside.
Yeah. And I've got the horse with me. That's extra,
Yeah.
carrying capacity, so to speak.
Yeah, altogether, maybe you get a good, 3 or 4 more days food for everyone. After that, they are kind of saying like that kind of depletes all of our resources at that point. So after this is gone, we don't know what we're going to do.
Mm.
But
Come on to the next town with us.
Yeah, but Mortimer, they would take some, as you're kind of moving around with them, maybe from the kids, maybe from some of the other people going around gathering supplies, you would get some information. The dead they showed up 3 or 4 days ago. They ransacked the town. They destroyed everything,
Mm.
killing and eating people. Bunch of them holed up in the church. And then all the able-bodied people steeled themselves up and said they were going to figure out where they were coming from and take them out, but they never came back.
But so these aren't your folks then. These ain't people from this town.
Nah, the soggy ones, we ain't ever seen them before. And the everywhere you look there, well, the one that your man with the sword there's breaking limbs apart with, well, he's got some stuff. He looks like he's from the mining camp just up the river a little ways. But none of them are ours. Our people, they got eaten. They didn't come back up. And the people who left, we ain't seen them come back one way or the other.
Peter gets big eyes. I didn't even think about that. I got bit. Am I going to turn into one of them things?
Oh, I don't know. Whoa. Oh, I don't know. Maybe. Let me try and heal you up again just to make sure.
I too got bit.
All right. 17.
I'll walk in right about that time, put a hand on his forehead and just say, don't worry. I'll help you pass to the other side peacefully if it comes to that.
All right.
I'm
So
going kicking and screaming, fella.
Tater, that's enough for 2 hit die. And any lingering condition. So I'll probably say, because you're level 1, you can only actually heal up 1 hit die. So she would use that second hit die to make sure there's no lingering infection from that bite.
There you go.
Flint, she'll do the same thing for you. 21. What's you're walking the path? I think everyone should be walking
Yeah.
the path right
Yeah,
now.
we should all be walking the
Yeah.
line.
That's going to be 3 die. So yeah, same thing. She'll apply a hit die healing to you, and then use the excess to make sure that there's no lingering infection. Who else needs help?
I'll take some.
Yeah. She's kind of had a moment to calm down. Now, 12 isn't as good, Eddie. 12 is just going to be enough for 1 hit die. So she'll give you, I can fix your wounds or I can make sure there's no infection, but I can't do both.
Yeah, wound is fine.
Okay, that's a hit die. And then Mortimer, it's another 12. Same thing. If you got bit, she can make sure there's no infection. All
He
right,
just got punched, so
then that's a hit die.
hooray.
Yeah. But yeah, it's Flint. You done mentioned, and she would introduce herself. She's Sister Stacy. Well, you said we can come to the next town. I mean, if we can't find a way to stop the dead from coming at us, then I guess we better go. You know, unless you all seem a little more capable than the people that went out to stop them, unless you wanted to try
Do
and
we
figure
really?
out. Well, that's a good
I
question.
mean, they're still gonna need some supplies one way or the other, right?
Mm.
Yeah.
Hey, sister, are there any wagons in town?
Yeah, we got some wagons. I mean, I think we got one good
Horses?
wagon. All the animals, they didn't make it, or they ran off. Well, I'll tell you what, you figure out what's going on, you can have a wagon.
I mean,
Figure
that's
out what's going
halfway
on, and you stop it. You can have a wagon.
Well, we got to get you all to safety first.
Mm-hmm.
All right. I mean, we ain't too far from where you're at. I would say, yeah, we ain't too far from Lazy Creek.
Well, let's get you all to Lazy Creek then.
Okay.
And then figuring these soggy undead here must have come from, what do you figure, the river?
That's got to be it. I mean, we're going to be kind of going by it. The thing is, with that one feller there, like I said, he has that mining outfit on from the new silver mine they were trying to set up upriver a little ways. So maybe they know something about it.
Mm.
Well, let's get you all to safety. Lazy Creek, can we make that before nightfall?
It would not be before nightfall. I mean, you're going to be looking at
Okay.
maybe a full day's travel to get up there.
Why don't we overnight here? We can defend the church
Mm-hmm.
if we need to.
Okay. Yeah.
Good plan.
That's what you want. Now, she will let you know, like, they broke into everywhere else, but they can't break into the Lord's house. So we've been trapped here, but we've been relatively safe. Yeah.
Right.
So, yeah. Why don't we, let's do just a very light hand wave, because I would like to get Mr. Man back in on the action. If you all are going to overnight there,
Mm-hmm.
we kind of have to get Mr. Man back in the action.
yeah. So overnight there, we'll say around the time, like we'll give you an option to do some stuff, but around the time you're all getting ready to head out, Mr. Man will be able to reappear. But the next morning comes around, you got a fantastic breakfast of pickled beets and boiled beans.
As long as it's
Once
coffee,
I
don't matter what
rematerialize,
else.
I'll be able to turn into mist and ride along the wind to catch up.
Yeah. But yeah, rough. Not a great breakfast. There's a little bit of coffee, but they've been kind of rationing it out, so it's a little on the weak side.
Just get a little drip.
It's getting closer to tea than it is to coffee.
Mm.
They're rerunning those beans for a fifth time.
Yeah, they are. They're like, okay, well, if we're gonna go, we better go.
Maybe during the course of the night, could I have taken chunks of wood? And because kids probably don't have their own weapons, but he would basically like take scrap wood, make crosses for them to carry, which
Sure.
both can be holy symbols, whether or not that's good, but also just something they can.
Sure. Yeah, I mean,
Defend
it's
themselves
easy
with.
enough to do. If you venture back out, you can find some planks. Tater,
Ooh.
what was that on? Oh, is that your gun deck?
I'm just next morning, just going over my gun.
Yeah.
Nice.
Oh,
Mortimer?
that's a good
Done.
idea.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes. Let me take out aces. Okay.
Yeah. Oh God.
Oh,
Or, I don't think you take hexes from this, at least.
I don't think you do.
Don't take
no.
boons either.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's just you don't take any aces
Well,
or eight
it's
outs.
clearly it's a sign. Stop shooting the gun. Keep stabbing.
That's it. That's it. Yeah, you can kind of venture out, gather enough planks and some nails and stuff. You can make the kids some crosses and stuff. That way they got something to help them feel a little safer in multiple ways. Yeah, the next
The
day.
crosses / wooden daggers.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Yeah. They're ready to leave. Like we don't know if there's going to be more coming.
Yep.
But yeah. And yeah,
Well.
all set out after they gather supplies in their packs. Mortimer, if you're willing, they'll gladly load up some supplies on your horse.
Mm-hmm.
What's your horse's name again?
That's a good question. I'll just say Amber.
Knife.
What was that, Mortimer?
Just a very mundane. It's Amber.
Amber? Okay. I always go with Elmer.
While
Nice.
we're traveling, I'm going to try and use my other item,
I
Oh, what
might
is
think
that?
of something better later.
Okay.
the helmet of sensory augmentation,
Oh, okay.
Ooh.
I like it. Go ahead.
because it could be useful for scouting.
That is a 23.
Ooh.
That is very good.
Oh, wait, no.
Project
Scratch. Field
scratch. Oh, there you go. That's a good one. Allows the
The
bedlamite.
helmet allows.
Go ahead.
Oh, go ahead. Oh, the helmet allows Bedlight to project one of their senses to a distance place, ignoring intervening barriers. Maximum distance is 10 times or 10 feet times caster level, so not very far.
So yeah, 10 feet.
But it's also augmented to allow +1 D size or die size, and it lasts for 1d10 plus caster level turns. So
Okay.
let's see if I get a good roll on it or not. 10.
Yeah, you do.
Okay, so lasts for the day, pretty much.
Yeah, pretty much the day.
That's awesome.
Okay.
So I figure I'll just be looking around
Yeah.
for dead things.
Cool. That's
Okay.
really useful.
Basically just be the scout,
Yeah.
even if it's not terribly far out.
So, yeah. You all set out. You're all traveling with this group of people. You're all on foot for the majority, except for Mortimer. The wagon, they've got nothing to pull the wagon with. So if you all want to muscle the wagon, you can try to. If not, they said, if you can get this sorted out, get you an animal, you can go back and get it. Like whichever one you
That'd
want to
probably
do.
be the easiest.
Yeah, we need to move fast. So
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll say maybe it's like an hour or two into travel. Mr. Man, eventually in your spirit form, you find the group again.
Alrighty, I'll spend a
It's-
personality to try to step over into the physical realm.
Okay.
And suddenly the magical band reappears. Ta-da!
does your extrasensory perception pick anything up before he steps into the physical world, Dan? You're like, what smells like Mr. Man?
Oh. I don't think it does.
I
that.
don't.
Not
I
a
don't
little
think
higher.
yet. I think
Oh,
I have to roll
21.
higher for
That's
that. I
a
think.
good test.
Oh yeah.
All right. So all of a sudden, Mr. Man, goos his way back into the physical world, startles everyone. But a couple hours in, eventually you come to a bridge. You make your way across it. And then there's a little fork in the river, and she's like, all right, well, that mining camp's just right down this ways a little bit. So if you're going to check it out, that might be where you want to go look.
I will do that next.
So you all eventually, it's getting, we'll say 4 o'clock-ish. Flint, why don't you go ahead and give me that intelligence test, see if you spot anything. Did you add your bonuses for your helmet?
I don't know what to. Oh, no, hold on. That's wrong. I have to roll it by hand.
Yeah, because it's a die size up.
4 plus, yep.
Yeah. That's a lot better.
That worked out. That's a lot better.
So I'll tell you what, as you're moving along, they kind of point out where that mining camp is. You can kind of telescopic view down that ways a little better than everyone else. And you're going to see that the first thing is there's a relatively new dam constructed on this little fork off on the river. It's a ways out. You can see the mining camp, some real crudely put together shacks. But you do see a handful of people wandering around, very dead.
Familiar looking.
Yeah.
Looks like we found them.
Yeah. So you've got that information, but if I'm getting this correct, you are going to make your way up to Lazy Creek and then kind of come back and handle that.
Yep.
Yeah. I mean, we gotta do the right thing here first and save the good folks.
Yeah. Yeah, you make it up to Lazy Creek. It's a fairly large sized town. I mean, around the same size as Ugly Bottom, so there's plenty of people out and about. As a group of travelers kind of show up, a fairly large group, plenty of people come out. Probably the local law enforcement, the sheriff here comes out, kind of asking what's going on. Like, y'all look worse for wear.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I always look like this.
That's fair. So, things ain't been too good here, so I kind of need to know what you're doing.
So apparently there's some sort of mining place up that ways where there's folks that ain't standing the right side of the grave. They went wandering down to these nice people's town and just made a mess of it. And we did our best to save them from where they were, and we're hoping to find some legitimate civilization to bring them to.
All right. Well, we can't turn away.
And then we're going to go fight the dead ones.
Well, that's even better news. I mean, we can't turn away people in need. But we did. We had a dead one show up a handful of days ago. Just one. We shot it. We chopped it into pieces and buried it in a bunch of buckets.
Well, there's a whole nother crowd of them further back that way.
Very effective.
All right. Well, it's getting late. You gonna go fight the dead by starlight?
Oh, that sounds like a terrible idea.
Well, I'll tell you what. We got a barn we can put all of you in for the night. We won't even charge you for
just
it.
Fine.
Much obliged. Thank you.
Yeah. All right. And then we are hitting time, so we're going to wrap there. We'll start out the next morning. And you all can head down to that mining camp to see what's going on. So,
All right.
let's do a closing round. Why don't we start off with you, Bert? What do you got going?
Well, running playtest tomorrow with the group, hopefully. Finish off Last Stop Perdition, which any day now should be hitting Kickstarter for the next Weird Frontiers module.
Nice.
Other than that, Tuesday is Werewolf 20th Anniversary Edition, and I'm not sure what's going on with my Friday game yet. We're still deciding what we want to do.
Very cool.
There we go.
Very cool. Jeremy, what do you got, man?
Aaron Reese on Patreon, comics, maps, tokens, fun stuff. Check it out.
There you go. Reese on Patreon. Dan, Eddie, or Jake, you guys want to throw anything out there?
I don't have a way to link it, but check out our Discord. It's where we hang out and talk about things and post memes, frogs, cryptids, and other silly things.
There we go. Yeah, look
Yeah.
for the DOK Discord. It's a fun place to be. And as far as Defenders of Cobalt go, on Wednesday, we're doing Night Below. That's the second edition campaign, but we're doing it with Dungeon Crawl Classics. Fridays, Joe, who's usually here, he's making a game called Anvia. And so we've been doing a playtest campaign for that. And if you hadn't heard, I had a Kickstarter and it funded. So keep an eye open for Cannon Otter Studio Teenage Odyssey. I guess there's not a lot you can do. You can't pre-order or anything. But yeah, I don't fucking know. That's all I got. Anyone else got anything? No? All right. Let me
We've survived almost entirely on the charity of others tonight.
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, that was so
Yes.
rough.
There's that. Thank you,
God.
the audience, for winning the fight.
Yeah.
Just go.
We lived on credit.
Bad and good dice rolls will do for you.
Yeah. All right. We'll see you, everyone. Bye.
Night.